Welcome back. So in this video, I'm going to talk about working with your virtual assistant and just cover a few points and talk you through them. So the first one is giving your virtual assistant access to your Seller Central account. You shouldn't just give them your username and password and get them to log in like you would. You need to add them into your Amazon account doing it properly. Otherwise, Amazon can get a bit funny about suspensions and such like. So you need to go to settings, go to user permissions, and then go to add a new user. So you fill in their information. Amazon will often ask for quite a lot of information, sometimes proof of address or passport information. So your virtual assistant needs to make sure that they're giving you real information and all of that, just to make sure it's all correct. So make sure your virtual assistant is aware of that. You can send them an invite and you can decide what access they need. I would say only really the basic at the beginning, which I think is like the inventory. You want them to be able to log into Seller Central and use BuyBotPro to then tell them if they are eligible for selling that ASIN. So they'll need to be kind of logged into Amazon Seller Central on a separate tab, and then you've got BuyBotPro on the other one. BuyBotPro will check that and check if that Amazon account is eligible, and also things such as hazmat. So you need to make sure that they are able to log in for that reason. You might want to hold off giving them access until you know that the virtual assistant's good, everything's good, and it's really going well. You don't want to kind of keep adding people and then taking them away. That that could impact your Amazon account. The only real issue potentially with adding a virtual assistant to your Amazon is if they have been added to another account, maybe previously, that got suspended. It's potentially still okay, and Amazon would know that it's a virtual assistant rather than an actual connection, but it's something to bear in mind because with the account suspension with linked accounts, things going on, it's never completely possible to predict how Amazon would react, and it doesn't work too well sometimes. You could potentially get two that aren't even connected and then get suspended. It can be something as simple as a registered address, where you buy a registered address online to have that address for the business rather than a personal address, which is really common thing to do, but then if someone else has used that registered address and got suspended, then it can affect yours too. So that's the only thing potentially that we could see as an issue. So what you would maybe want to do is, once you've decided that they're staying with you and you have that good relationship, is to ask them, basically ask, have they ever been linked to an account that's got suspended, because it's definitely worth knowing. Once you're satisfied it's all good, get them added, and then BuyBotPro, as I said, will be able to analyze more effectively because it will know things such as whether you're eligible to sell that ASIN and things such as hazmat. Another good tip we would suggest is that you create a separate Google account and then give them access to that. So create a sheet in there in order to use that to record their deals. You don't want to give them access to your main Google account, so just have one that you use for BuyBotPro and your deals and your online arbitrage business, basically, and you can set up a new one and then give them access to that one. They'll then be able to export deals from BuyBotPro to that deal sheet without any trouble. That's how we would recommend doing it. Some people do share their personal one, but we think it's good to keep them separate. Another tip is make sure you're explaining to them about cashback sites, so which ones you're signed up for and you want them to use. We do cover this in the virtual assistant training, but just make sure you tell them which ones you signed up for. And two other last bits I wanted to mention as well with regards to BuyBotPro is make sure they know which VAT status to put into their settings in BuyBotPro. They need to make sure that they're analysing deals for you, so that information needs to be correct, and also which ROI method you want them to have set up in your BuyBotPro. For the US, it's method 5. And for the UK, we would say method 4, but the most popular is method 1. So just make sure that they have those two things, the VAT status and the ROI method, set up as they should be, so that BuyBotPro can make sure that it's taking everything into account correctly when it's analysing. So there are a few tips in terms of working with your virtual assistant. See you in the next video.